Hello everybody and welcome to Car Confections. Today we have the latest addition to the GR lineup. This is the 2025 GR Corolla with the automatic transmission, and we're going to take it out on the road as well as on the track. So let's go ahead and get started.
Now in this test drive, we're going to be covering a lot of different things, as you can see on the screen right now, and including that awesome time that we got to spend on the track. And if you don't recognize me, I'm Josh, I'm our third team member, and we are dividing and conquering while Mason is out at another press event this week. But without further ado, let's start with a hard acceleration. Oh my gosh. That never gets old.
Absolutely. So of course, we're out on the road in the GR Corolla, the new DAT, the automatic transmission model. And not only does it have the new automatic transmission, but it does also have enhancements to the engine itself. We've now got 295 pound-feet of torque, in addition to the 300 horsepower from our turbocharged 3-cylinder engine.
And it gets up and goes. And don't doubt it's 3-cylinder. It sounds very, very good.
Yeah, for sure. This is a vehicle that I think it's easy for some people. You know, you just like, you look at it and you say 3 cylinders. What? This is not your everyday 3-cylinder. That's for sure. This is a high performance engine. It's designed from scratch to be a performance engine option. And it really does a great job inside of this. You're looking at a 0 to 60 of less than 5 seconds, by about 4.9 seconds. This absolutely puts the power down, of course, as you can see from a stop there, because we have the all-wheel drive signature system. So that allows you to actually, to customize a little bit your torque split if you want to, but it absolutely puts the power down. One of the things that you guys should wait and see, because coming up we're going to have some footage on Charlotte Raceway. So we actually put this to the test on the racetrack as well. That's coming up a little later on. Of course, right now we are kind of driving around town, which I think is actually a great way to demonstrate this 8-speed direct automatic transmission. Because that's the point, right? The reason why people want to have an automatic transmission, and people have been asking Toyota to put an automatic in this GR Corolla, is because not everybody wants to daily a manual transmission. The 6-speed manual in this vehicle is still available. It is standard equipment on this model still, and it's great. But, for those of you who don't want to do a manual transmission every single day, traffic, things like that, or maybe you just never learned how to drive a manual, this actually unlocks the potential of you to have this vehicle and enjoy all the rest of the performance. As far as the transmission's performance itself, it is really nice. It snaps off shifts super quickly when you're using paddle shifters, or when you're just using it in the normal drive mode. It's all very aggressive. This is a pretty sporty vehicle for sure, even in the normal mode. There is actually an eco mode if you want to use that for whatever reason, but
almost out of gas maybe.
Yeah. But as far as the normal mode, absolutely fantastic, and especially the track mode, you can really get some high performance shifts.
Yeah, we've been driving this all day, all throughout Charlotte, North Carolina, where we're at this event. And it's not just good at sporty, aggressive driving, but it can also shift very well in a subdued nature. It's not like a dual clutch and where it feels like jerky or like it's unsure of itself. We are cruising on the highway. We've been cruising in stop and go traffic. It really has a personality for every type of driving.
shift quality is firm and fast.
And no matter what drive mode you're in, you can always hear that turbo flutter as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Really like that. That's fantastic. Now, of course, as far as handling is concerned, this thing is glued to the road. Lots of grip. Body roll is super tight, basically non-existent. Again, you're going to see that demonstrated, especially out on the track a little later on. But I think importantly, ride quality in this vehicle is not bad at all. Obviously it is a sporty vehicle, so it's not going to be luxurious, but this is not a penalty box. Again, this is a vehicle that you can drive on the day-to-day. We went down a bumpy highway that was under construction earlier, and it's totally tolerable in the front seats and in the back seats. All the seats are actually very comfortable, well bolstered as well, and they just all, really help you to be able to have this vehicle and enjoy it on the day-to-day basis.
Now, something I will mention about the ride quality is compared to a close rival like a Civic Type R, you don't have adaptive dampers, so you're not going to see that personality change as much. So it might slant a little bit more towards the sporty side to give you that better handling all the time, but this is far from uncomfortable in my eyes. Now, this GR Corolla isn't all about miles per gallon. What is your miles per gallon going to be when it comes to your fuel economy? Well, Toyota estimates that for this automatic transmission model, you're going to be sitting at 22 mpg combined, which is not bad at all for how much fun you can have out of this car.
All right, let's talk about today's slam dunk and airball. Josh, you want to start us off with this slam dunk?
The slam dunk has got to be the 2025 improvements that they've made to the GR Corolla. You have more options than ever, including the automatic transmission. You're also going to see that once we hit the track, that this is still as fun to drive as ever.
And then on the airball side of things, we're just going to say that the interior still feels a little low rent compared to the competition. It's just kind of basic, of course. It is Corolla derived, and the technology with the screen and stuff is pretty small still.
Yeah, and if you go watch our part 1 review on this car, which should be on the channel right now, you'll learn that this is about $50,000 for this screen. So it reminds you of that once you look at the MSRP.
So you already saw this out on the street, which is of course where most owners are going to be driving this vehicle. Especially the automatic model is a really good daily driver for an enthusiast, but this can also go out on the track as well. So we're, here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and, this is going to be the part where we get to kind of push the limits, where you can't really do that on the street. You can drive a lot more at the limits when you're on the racetrack. So we can't wait to show you how this model performs. And we're off. Listen to the sound of that 3-cylinder. You wouldn't believe it's 3 cylinders. And the power, 300 horsepower. We now have the 295 pound-feet of torque, an enhancement this year.
And the bolsters of these seats are working overtime right now.
Oh, yeah.
Up onto the oval.
On the brakes, slaloming in, hard on the gas. That handling is fantastic.
You can truly feel that all-wheel drive system just working every single wheel all the time.
Of course, this does also have a limited slip diff that's really helping us put the power down here.
Just remember, guys, traction control is off, so it handles things so well. And across the finish line.
There you go. That was fantastic. Yeah, the handling is awesome. This really has a great feel to the steering. You can tell exactly where the wheels are placed. Even at the limit, you do feel nice and secure. This is a vehicle, like Josh was saying, with the all-wheel drive system especially, it just makes you feel like you can really understand where this vehicle is placed and go at the limits, but do it very comfortably.